Hey everyone, welcome back to Trading Paperbacks. I'm your host, Josh Gilliam. I'm joined as always by my co-host, Gary Torres.
Hello there.
All right, Gary, we got four books this week. There just wasn't much going on this week in terms of releases. You know,
Yeah.
we normally do six, but this week we did four because we were grossly overwhelmed with our underwhelmed, my bad, with our options.
Yeah, very, very lackluster this week.
Yeah. I'm not against the books we chose, but I do feel like even though last episode we had far better options, and it wasn't that, it was like, oh, just bad things came out this week. There just wasn't a lot that came out this week.
Yeah, just not too many options. It was very dry, and the options that were set before us just weren't all that interesting.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised at how uh little came out this week, actually.
Yeah, it is what it is. We trek forward, move along.
Yes, we do. But this week we have four books that we're going to cover, and let's just get straight into it. Batman #1. So DC finally went ahead and relaunched Batman. I think they were on Christ. It was well into the hundreds for the Batman run over at DC. But we finally got a relaunch, a fresh story, a new writer. This is now written by Matt Fraction. Now, I love that because he wrote that Hawkeye series for Marvel years ago, and that was a really good series.
I haven't read it, but you've told me good things about it, so
I
it's on
have.
my radar.
Yeah, he's really good, and I really enjoyed what he brought to this Batman book. Gary, what'd you think of it?
Uh, I think it was kind of like a lighter version of Batman, if you ask me, where he's not very methodical while at the same time strategic and trying to just cop out the bad guy, just trying to get him under control. Instead, he's just like more heart to heart for some reason. And I'm not against it.
No, and it was really good. This kind of followed Killer Croc escaping. Not really Arkham. I don't think it's a different facility.
Yeah, it's a different Arkham facility. It's like a high rise in Gotham.
Yeah, I thought it was good though, him tracking Croc and being very much convinced that people don't change, whereas he, Killer Croc, Waylon Jones, actually is changing for the better at the moment in the comics. So
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I think it sets up the following adventures in this run well with Robin reveal at the end of the book. Thought it was good.
Yeah. There's not too much to touch on personally. It's just it was good.
Yeah,
It felt very light, a little bit wholesome, just good.
I enjoyed it. I thought the art was good. I actually really enjoy the bat suit they've got in this. Actually,
Yeah.
one little critique I do have, they have what I guess could be called like the kind of detective vision thing, like in
The
um
cowl, yeah.
yeah, like in the Dark Knight when he turns the lights on. And that's not like a new concept for him, but the way they do it is they have like sunglasses flipped down onto him, and I'm not crazy about that.
Yeah, there is that. I do like all the descriptions though when they're like, "Oh yeah, these are just the bat gloves pretty much that are
Yeah.
electrified." They give like a little description and it's like, "All right, that's cool, I guess."
Yeah, I did like all that kind of the introduction to all of his gadgets. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
And that's again to the credit of Matt Fraction. I think he's a really good writer. He's not just done that that Hawkeye series. He's done a bunch of other stuff that I've really enjoyed, and I'm excited to see where this one goes. This current Batman run.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange number 450. Now, this was a one shot kind of situation for Marvel that covered several stories, almost like an action comics or detective comics style book
Yeah.
to commemorate Doctor Strange in his 450th issue. There were, I think, 5 mini stories in this. I
They were just hard
enjoyed
to
like
follow because there's
half of
so
them.
many of them.
Yeah, what'd you think of them?
I mean, it was good. It just felt like kind of like a regular Doctor Strange thing where he's doing literally anything and everything since he's Sorcerer Supreme.
Yeah,
I'm more fond of the start really, and that's pretty much it. After the start, it's like it's okay. It's not crazy. It's not bad. It's just it's a Doctor Strange book. That's how they go, really. He just does many things in his day to day.
yeah. Doctor Strange, he's a busy man, dude.
Yeah,
He's got a lot of stuff going on.
he
Uh,
covers
like you
everybody.
like you said, I really enjoyed the first one in this, where he's kind of talking to the essence of the cloak and how we get the backstory of how it came to be. I thought that was great. But yeah,
Yeah,
I feel like as these stories go on, they really lose steam.
yeah. I wasn't crazy about him, but that's just how a Doctor Strange book feels, though. It's a lot of just his inner monologue thoughts, and then when it's not, it's like he's helping out some hero or he's doing something within the cosmic realms or something. It's just he jumps a lot in this, so it's like it's kind of hard to follow, you know.
Yeah, because we get the first one about the story of the cloak and its creation. And the second is he's teaching magic from X-Men, how to kind of use magic and really get the most out of our powers. Um, I didn't I didn't hate that one. I thought that one was pretty good.
Yeah,
I didn't love the art direction in it, but
it felt like average art. I didn't like the
yeah,
way he looked himself, but like everything else looked kind of like just regular, your
yeah.
average type of art. So it wasn't bad.
I actually did really like the third story in this book where he goes to a an older haunted house and he comes across an older Marvel hero and kind of helps them move on after the way his story kind of ended. And, the fourth one reveals why he has scars on his imagined form. And the fifth one was just some more shit from the Asgard run,
Yeah,
which I get that's supposed to relaunch the. We got at the end of this book, and I didn't hear this announcement. So this was like, oh, dang, that was a fun reveal for me at the end of this that they are relaunching the Doctor Strange series. I think it said in December
hmm.
with Doctor Strange #1. I don't know if you caught that or if you
I
read
did
the
not.
final panel and you were like, all right, I'm putting this down.
I kind of did more of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I flipped through to the end of this and it was like, catch Doctor Strange #1 in December. I'm like, oh, damn, all right, that's fun. I like that.
Yeah,
I know you were a fan of the most recent series that came out, not the Doctor Strange of Asgard, but the one
yeah,
before it.
yeah. I really enjoyed that. It was just his life with Clea Strange and all that, dealing with the other sorcerers and sorceress supremes of their universe and their dimensions.
Yeah,
So
I
it was
like
really
Doctor
cool.
Strange when he's doing stuff like that.
Yeah, like how his mother-in-law is a sorceress supreme, her husband is a sorcerer supreme. It's like, and it was all just some ploy. It's a whole spiel. We don't have time for
Yeah,
that though.
no, it's fine. I'm trying to see
Mm,
when it came out, but I don't know if I'll get around to that. But they will be relaunching Doctor Strange in December, and I'm sure we'll cover that on here because, that's a pretty decent thing to talk about. A new Doctor Strange book. We haven't had one of those in a while. Well, we got Doctor Strange of Asgard, but that was
we don't talk about that one.
whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't anything crazy.
I certainly wasn't blown away by Doctor Strange of Asgard, what I read of it.
Mm, yeah, I still have to finish it. That's how uninterested I was.
I think I have yours.
I think you have the number one at least, because I have the rest of them here.
Yeah, I was going to say, in the spirit of the trading paperbacks, I think I have a handful of your things still.
Yeah, I know you gave me back some of my stuff, but I don't know what else I'm missing. I would have to go through the archives and such.
We'll sort it out. There's too much
Yeah.
in that box to go look at it right now.
We'll get there when we get there.
Adventures of Superman, the Book of L #1. So this is kind of a Superman momentary spin-off that's kind of piggybacking off of the War World story arcs from DC that, I thought it was fun, and some of that has kind of flown into the mainline stuff because it was a mainline story. But this is kind of a weird side thing we're going down that seems to me like this would be more beneficial in a actual Superman book as opposed to a Adventures of Superman spinoff.
Hmm. I
But
can't give my input too much just because I don't know backstory with DC and such.
well,
Anything related to this.
touche. Yeah. Well, what'd you think of the book overall?
I think it was all right. It's nothing crazy. It was
Man,
pretty
just
good.
all right.
Yeah, it wasn't much craziness if you ask me. It's like it just felt like I didn't know what was going on. Like I read it, it gives description, it gives backstory, but like to my own knowledge, I'm like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. I thought the writing in this was pretty good. It's written, I think, by Philip Kennedy Johnson. Yeah. And I like some of the stuff he's done. He's done some adventure comics and some miscellaneous DC things. I think he did Aquaman, and he's done like several Batman titles. So um, I think he's pretty good looking at it now. Oh, he wrote some of the Bring On the Bad Guys books that
No.
Marvel has just put out.
Hmm.
So he's doing good things.
He's doing some things here and there.
But yeah, no, I thought this one was interesting enough. I wasn't really blown away by it. It sets up interesting things, but most of this, I think, is just the Kents kind of screwing
Yeah,
around on the farm.
pretty much. They're just big vibing.
The big vibe, and yeah, that's exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, their little family outing back at Ma and Pa Kent.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. It's just, I don't know. I wasn't really blown away by it.
That's what I'm saying. It's like it's there. Didn't
Yeah,
hate it.
that's
Didn't love it. It's there.
feels like something we're padding a lineup with almost.
Probably, yeah. Because it did leave like at the end kind of like a startup to just they got like a global threat going on and the Justice League is just like where they at type of deal. So
Yeah,
it feels like a setup for them to meet up with the Justice League and try to formulate a plan, probably.
kind of. And I like the World War stuff from DC, so I'm excited to see how this is gonna roll off of it. But just off of the first issue alone, we didn't get a lot of setup for the front half of the book, and then the back half we
Yeah.
get like an insane amount of setup
Yeah.
for this little
They kind
run.
of just drop everything on you.
Yeah, kind of in an intense way. There's no kickoff to this that really, we hit the ground running halfway through the book. It's not a
Yeah.
gradual rise.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I enjoyed it. I didn't really have that much of a problem with it. But what I did have a problem with is the last book on our list, Imperial War Exiles #1.
You might as well voice your opinions now, then.
I don't look, it is no secret on here that I'm a big fan of X-Men and Professor X. I love how the Krakoan era fell out and that he's this
Mm-hmm.
terrible person. We had X-Man Hunt, so now he's in space. And instead of dealing with any of that, he's being an okay dad
Mm-hmm.
to him and Lilandra's daughter, who
Yep.
this centers on. And they're just chasing her from one of the fallouts of the Imperial comic series that's ongoing right now.
Yeah. Because
And
this
it
is
was fine.
this was basically like starting right off of Manhunt, ain't it? Pretty much.
Kind of. It is one of those things that is We really needed Manhunt to do Imperial, it seems, which is weird to me because Xavier seems like such a footnote in the overarching story
Yeah,
that it seems odd that we really needed this spinoff in general. I don't think Imperial War Exiles was a necessary right, especially
no,
considering it's mostly just the daughter fleeing the authorities, really, and
pretty much.
the Shi'ar Empire, and I was
Like it's fine to
whatever.
touch on it, honestly, but like I feel like it's still a mix of you want to see the fallout of what happened after Xavier left, with the X-Men. You want to like kind of catch up and see what, of course, what's going on with his daughter, like they're doing with this one. But like
Yeah,
I feel like it shouldn't be part of Imperial War.
maybe
I don't
not. And
know.
the way it ends, it seems like we're getting a Exile spinoff, which I'm fine with,
Hmm.
but I don't know, just getting there really like wasn't that great, I don't think.
Yeah, we're pretty much on the same page with this.
Yeah. So, and he's Xavier's really not been in Imperial. So it seems
No,
weird to like really,
they just throw him in.
yeah, they're really kind of beating him into this story that doesn't really need him. I don't know. I think Imperial has been a good run thus far, but I really am not loving the spin-offs we've
Yeah,
gotten.
I
You
feel
know,
like
I
Imperials is just everything like intergalactic, really. That's not on Earth. I think that's pretty much it, if you ask me.
and honestly kind of. They're gearing up to release another Imperial spinoff, but this one is based on Nova Centurion,
Hmm.
and that one I'm really excited for. One, the writing team for that one I think is Jonathan Hickman's name is on all of these because
Of
he's
course.
writing Imperial, so he has to have his name on
Yeah.
this. Um, I forget who wrote, sorry, the Steve Fox wrote this Exiles. Now, I'm not too keen on what he's done, but just based on the name, I'm remembering some things, and I'm typically not too excited by what he has going on. You know, he's, let's see, he did some Blood Hunt. Gary, I know you love
Uh,
Blood Hunt.
keep it away, please.
Yeah, he wrote a little bit for X-Men. He's done like the Imperial stuff. Yeah, no, I'm not too blown away by his bodies of work. And it's not to say they're inherently bad. They're just it's not for me, you know.
Yeah, I feel that.
But the Nova book is being written by Jonathan Hickman, of course, and Jed
Hmm.
McKay.
Yeah, that is a good team there.
And we love Jonathan Hickman and Jed McKay. So I am really excited for that one.
Yeah, that's a good stacked
Genuinely.
up team right there.
All right, Gary, how would you rank these? I know it's a shorter list this time. We don't have as much going on, and we both seem to be very middle of the road on all four of these. So,
Yeah,
how would you throw them together?
from top to bottom, 1 through 4. Batman number 1,
Okay.
Doctor Strange number 450.
Okay.
I think your opinion of Imperial War honestly shifted it for me to be my number 3,
Really?
and then Adventures of Superman, Book of L number 4.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not hating that. I
Yeah,
actually might have the exact same lineup because I Batman number one was definitely the top of the list. I think
yeah.
that was really good. It had the most promise for the series moving forward.
Hmm.
Doctor Strange, I think the highs of that book were good enough for me to put it at the number two position, but the lows really like that could have really
It
fallen
could have been,
shorter.
yeah. It could have almost made it like at least number 3.
Yeah. Number three for me is going to be Imperial War because I do like seeing Professor X and all that. I just don't understand why we got this book.
Yeah.
And at the bottom, I'm going to agree that it's going to be Adventures of Superman, the Book of L.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
just
just, that one for me, the whole thing's muddied and I don't understand why we're getting it. Don't understand why
yeah.
it's a side thing
It's
instead
all
of a
being
main
like thrown
line.
into your face, really. It's like, what
Yeah.
is going on? I feel like you have to have like background knowledge of what's happening if you don't. But I don't know if there is. So like again,
Oh,
don't
there's
really
background
know.
knowledge. Yeah.
Because our thing is we don't really touch too many DC books, and when we do, it's like there's fat amount of background that we're not involved into. So, and they're
Yeah.
all old, long, ongoing runs that are connected and intertwined somehow.
Yeah. That's why I'm glad we got a Batman relaunch because, oh my God, that book was just.
Yeah,
You can only run Batman for so long. All right. I know it's Batman, but at a
yeah,
certain point we have to cool down. I'm trying to
for real,
see how many it ran through. It was just such a long, cumbersome run.
for real.
It was ridiculous.
It just kept going, and it was like, "Where's the stop button?"
I know. Yeah, there were some other books that came out this week that, maybe would have been good to touch upon, but um I don't think we really would have done them justice to discuss them. Also, I think that was still off the back of the Batman Rebirth series, which is insane.
Couldn't tell you.
Well, it's too much. It's too many,
Yeah,
damn it.
too many. Way too
Yeah.
many.
The best Batman book to read right now is still Absolute Batman.
Absolutely. It's just it's too good. The absolute series, I think, is just running really well as a
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah, Batman ran up through the 160s. That's ridiculous.
Because if you ask me, absolute just feels like kind of like the relaunch, as if they're doing it's kind of in tandem to what Marvel's doing with the Ultimates. It's kind of like that,
Yeah.
if you ask me. It feels like that, and it feels really nice.
Oh yeah. No, the absolute line is really killing it. I think this week we actually got Absolute Superman, which neither of us are up to date on, unfortunately. I
Yeah,
would have
we only
loved to
read
cover
the
that,
first
but
one.
and what I've read of the series is so incredibly solid, but it's was honestly just a matter of like we try to do a lot of number ones on here and we're not up to date on some of those.
Yeah, because we want to just get out anything that's like something we haven't heard of that sounds interesting when it comes to these shorter segments that we do here.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a couple interesting number ones. I know there was a Han Solo book that came out. Star Trek Red Shirts is they put out a new issue this week. That's fun. I know you're not a Star Trek fan like I am, but
I
uh,
just don't know much, so I can't say anything on it.
the Red Shirts are forever dying, and they finally have put out a comic series for that, and it's great.
Uh,
I encourage you to go read it.
I'll give
But
it a I'll give it a thought.
yeah, that's all we're gonna have this week. I know next week we'll be back with a proper stack of six, but
Yeah,
uh, for right now, that's all we got.
that's about it.
So if you like this, you can feel free to check out. We have so many more of these episodes out. This is what episode 9 or something. So go check out what you have. Go to your local comic book shop. Just ask for suggestions. There's no way that people over there don't have awesome suggestions. If you hated our opinions,
That's fine. We'll take
yeah.
the hate. Just tell us.
If you like this and you want to hear more, again, go listen to some of the others. Or me and my friend Alex do a movie podcast called The Last Movie Run. We also have a spinoff of that called Hit or Miss, where we talk about older movies. Those are up on YouTube. And yeah, we'll be back next week to talk about some more comic book shit. So we will see you guys then. Bye.
Later.